Should the Boston Celtics trade this year's draft pick? So, I know that opinions may vary on this subject, but I just want to let you guys know that I do think that they should trade it, and I know that many of you disagree with me, and feel free to do so because I know that this is a controversial topic. Leave your reasons why in the comment section down below, but anyways, let's get right into my reasoning. So, the Boston Celtics draft pick this year is projected to be the number 1 pick, and this draft is full of talent. So they have the Brooklyn Nets pick, and the Brooklyn Nets are the worst team, so it's projected to be the number 1 pick this year. But if you look at the players in the draft, especially the top 5 players, it's very guard heavy. So the top 5 projected picks are all point guards and small forwards, like I said before, and they already have IT and Jay Crowder as starters, and then Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown as backup players. So they already have a star point guard in Isaiah Thomas. They already have a solid starting small forward in Jay Crowder, and they have a young backup point guard in Marcus Smart and a young backup small forward in Jaylen Brown. So it really doesn't make sense to use this draft pick on somebody that you're looking to use in the future, because the top 3 projected picks, 2 of them are small forwards, or 2 of them are point guards, and 1 of them is a small forward. And I'm pretty sure Markelle, Lonzo, Josh Jackson don't want to sit the bench for the next 4-5 years maybe, like they probably would playing in the Celtics system. IT will probably be the starter at least for another 3 years, if not more than that. And I'm pretty sure that Markelle and Lonzo don't want to sit that long, like I said before. Also, the 3rd pick, projected pick, is projected to be Josh Jackson, who's a small forward, and they just drafted a small forward number 8, I believe, last year. Or it might have been number 3. Number 3, I mean. So, they just drafted a top 3 small forward last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, it might be number 4. But they just drafted a small forward last year, and they already have an MVP candidate at point guard. So really, it doesn't really make sense that they would use one of these players in their rotation right away. Now, looking on why they should trade the draft pick, they are very weak on the interior. Al Horford is their best post, and he's getting older. He's already out of his prime. He isn't as good as he was on the Hawks. He's still a solid player, don't get me wrong, but he's old, and they need to get a good post that can give them solid minutes and production. There's a lot of good power forwards in the league that I think teams would be up to trade for, like Blake Griffin, like Derek Favors, like Enes Kanter, like Gallinari. They are weak also at the power forward position, not only the center position without Al Horford, but also with Amir Johnson. He's getting older too, and he was never really a star either. They could get a much needed asset if they traded the number 1 pick, and they could possibly get that asset and then also a later pick in the 1st round for the number 1 pick. So I think that this is a great option. Like I said before, Blake Griffin, Derek Favors, Enes Kanter, Gallinari, there's all kinds of posts that I'm pretty sure teams aren't going to hold on to if they get a good enough offer. And they need to build fast. If the Celtics are looking to go into rebuild mode, I think that they need to keep the draft pick, obviously, but if they're trying to build a young team, then they need to get rid of IT, they need to get rid of Jay Crowder, they need to get rid of Al Horford. They pretty much need to blow up their lineup. But the Celtics are in good shape to contend right now, so I think that instead of trying to get a player for the future, they need to get a player for now, because as we've seen in this year's playoffs, the Celtics are very full of holes. They don't have a secondary scorer really. IT is carrying most of the workload, and I think if they got a solid second option such as Blake Griffin, Derek Favors, Enes Kanter, all those offensive minded posts, it would take a lot of the load off of IT, and it would give them an advantage over other teams, or it would at least allow them to match up against other teams. Like I said before, if they want to rebuild, they need to get rid of all their players. They are a win now team. I'm saying it right now. If the Celtics don't push for a finals championship, finals appearance, whatever it is, in the next 2 years, they're not going to get it for 10 plus years. Just because of their players' age and the direction that they're going, I don't think that the number 1 pick would be useful to them right away. I think that Markelle, Lonzo, Josh Jackson would be better fit on other teams, and I don't think that they would want to play for the Celtics knowing that they weren't going to get playing time or as much playing time as they wanted. Like I said before, I know this controversial topic is debatable. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you want more sports content like this, please like and subscribe this video. I will see you guys next time. Thanks.